I mean, it felt good to see the numbers go up, for sure. But yeah, it was good. Big shout out to everyone. I mean, numbers means people, you know, actual real people vibing to the music. So I made it as a freestyle, you know. I was in my living room and I make my own beats. So I was making a beat, and after I made the beat, I just did a freestyle on it. And the next morning, I listened to it. My manager listened to it, we all listened to it, and we realized it was dope, you know. And when I started to get the idea that it was going to be really big was each time I played it for someone, they could sing it after listening to it like twice, you know. So I already knew. Plus the chorus, that's not a language, that's not French, that's not Spanish, that's not English, that's a universal vibe, you know. The first time I found out about the remix, the DJO remix, it was a friend of mine in Canada. So she was like, a new challenge is starting up. So I was like, I've seen lots of challenges, you know, like every day I see lots of stuff. There's a new challenge every time. So I was like, I wasn't really excited at first. People were using the song to introduce themselves. Like, you know, when like very attractive people are writing their age, their country and all that stuff, and everyone is like going crazy. So that's basically what was going on TikTok, and I was like, okay, this is cool. But I didn't really think that much of it. But then in 2 days, it literally went from 10K videos to 200K videos in 2 days. By the second day, when she sent me the screenshots and I saw the number of videos, I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, before you know it, you know, on YouTube, it starts to go crazy. The acoustic goes crazy again. People start creating dance routines. You know, the original challenge was left behind and people started making new challenges. I'm so obsessed, I want to chop your heart. Then football clubs started using it, Manchester United, Barcelona, you know, like it was just going so crazy. Kylie Jenner, you know. I feel like there's a million TikTok hits. There's like a million, but like I feel this one is different. It's not just a TikTok hit because, you know, there's a huge cultural background to the song. So Love Nwantiti means a little bit of love in Igbo, which is a southeastern Nigerian language, which is where I'm from. And the song was about a real person in my life, a real experience. So I just felt like I had to really explain that to the world, not just one country, to France, to the UK, to the US, to Asia, to everywhere, you know. So that's kind of the journey I'm on. At first I was like, oh wow, like people are listening to Love Nwantiti again. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it was a hit already in Africa the year before. You know, it was already big and my fan base there had already moved on to the next stuff, you know. I dropped an EP called Boyfriend and Nigerians, lots of my fans were already vibing to Felony, which was track 1. That was the first single. If you ever use Felony for so long, I've been running away from love. So for me to come back to Love Nwantiti from the last EP, I was like, oh wow, really? But I was like, it's cool, because for me, if it's my song, it's my song. It doesn't matter when I made the song. If I made the song this year, if I made it last year, if I made it 2 years ago, it's still my song. So I don't care. I'll still step up to the occasion. But I guess it takes some time for one song to travel around the whole world, because the world is a big place, you know? Okay, so I get where you're coming from in terms of Love Nwantiti kind of taking attention away from everything. But the way I saw it was I created a sound and the world is connecting to this sound, yeah? I feel like it's just very logical to just keep giving them more of that, you know? Like, my sound is a mixture of different things. It's a mixture of high life, it's a mixture of Caribbean vibe, it's a mixture of a little bit of jazz, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I don't know, I mix a whole lot of things in it and people like it. So I've got like a million of those, you know, in my hard drive. And yeah, basically, I don't really feel the pressure. I just feel like it's my responsibility to tell the story. Like I said, like Love Nwantiti, huge song, huge everything, but then there's like a deeper story of sounds for people to hear after that. The first remix I did was with Joe Boy and Kwame Eugene. So I did that because I wanted it to be like a West African thing. Kwame Eugene from Ghana, Joe Boy from Nigeria. I'm Nigerian as well. So I just wanted it to be like, I wanted to give a complete West African picture to the song. And when we released that, and it started to go so crazy, I always thought the song would cross boundaries. So I always had it in mind that at some point I was gonna do French remix, Spanish remix and all that, but I didn't have those at first. The original remix that the label wanted to do was the Spanish one. But then after we made the Spanish one, before the release date, we ended up with like 5 more remixes. And most of them were organic, like they reached out, you know? Hold
me tight, abrázame fuerte, kiss me right, bésame vente. Your body dey back at me, sweet. Open up, make I see. Devant nous, il resteront bouche bée. J'ai fait le tour, j'ai pas vu plus belle que toi.
I feel like most times on TikTok, people hear a song and they don't know whose song it is. But well, I feel if you're the artist, you have to let them know who you are. Like for me, I mean, I definitely let them know who I was. So it's all about being intentional and just, you know, if you have a song trending on TikTok and you want people to know, they'll know. If there's something I would like all the listeners to know, I'd like them to know more about the emotional energy behind the person that made the song. The fact that people who are Spanish, Brazilian, French, Asian, Chinese, Japanese are connecting to that song, it clearly means that it's not the language that's connecting them, it's the emotion, right? So I'd like them to know more about that energy and to get more familiar with the energy. And that's gonna happen with my album, for sure. I feel like with the album, everyone is gonna get like a very complete picture of, you know, of me. My love life, how I feel, my emotions, you know, the culture also I'm coming from. Because I feel like it's very important to represent culture. You know, Afrobeat is music that came from Africa and it has a very deep root in history. You know, it has evolved over the years and it has become what it is today. And I feel like it's very important for people to appreciate the music, but also appreciate the culture. It's kind of how we appreciate jazz and we appreciate where it came from. We appreciate blues and we appreciate where it came from. You know, blues was kind of a thing. It has a strong tie with slavery and the story of how, you know, blacks were just in their feelings and they started to make blues music. Same with Afrobeats, you know, like Afrobeats comes from somewhere. So I feel like people need to know more about that. I don't feel pressured, to be honest. I feel like if, for instance, let's say Love Nwantiti was written by someone else, or if it wasn't from a real place or a real experience, then I'll probably feel pressure. But Love Nwantiti is literally a song about my ex, bro. Like, I was literally talking about my love life and people connected with that. So I feel like what's happening is real. It's not just PR, it's actually something real. And I know that people will connect to authenticity any day, anytime. And that's literally me. I'm always authentic. I'm always true to myself. So I don't really have any issues believing that people will connect to that.